Inflation is a word we've all become very familiar with over the past 5 years. We hear these trimmed, mean, single-digit figures thrown around, making us feel good. But what's the actual compounding effect? And exactly how much have prices changed over the past 5 years? So I went digging and found a Coles catalogue from April 2020 and decided to compare some of the relevant and more popular items. Let's get into it. To be clear, we're looking at the Coles catalogue dated Wednesday the 22nd of April 2020. Now, as you'll see, many of the prices listed are specials, including half price, buy 2 for X, and some percentage discounted amounts. But they also list all the RRPs. So I've compared RRPs of 2020 to the RRPs of 2025, which I've obtained from the Coles website as of November the 17th, 2025. It's RRP versus RRP. So here we've got 4 items, starting with the Pringles. They're still 134 gram size, and in 2020 the RRP was $4. In 2025 the RRP is $5.50, a 38% increase. Moving on to the 1.25 litre soft drinks, in 2020 they were $2.20 RRP. Today they are $3.50, a 59% increase. Then we've got bakery rolls. There's 6 packs. In 2020, they were $2. In 2025, they are $3, a price increase of 50%. And then we had some Doritos there. So they are still 170 gram size. In 2020, the RRP was $3.50. In 2025, we're looking at $5, a 43% increase. Moving on, we're looking at the Flora margarine 1 kilo size. So in 2020, the RRP was $4.50. In 2025, you're looking at $8.95. So a price increase of 99%. It's doubled. Devondale shredded cheese, 750 gram size. 2020, you were looking at $10. In 2025, $13.50. A 35% increase. The next one was really interesting. The Coca-Cola 24-pack cans, 375ml size. In 2020, the RRP was $28.20. In 2025, you're looking at $41.25, so a 46% increase. Moving on to the kettle potato chips, one of my favorites. So it is noted that in 2020 it was 175 gram size, and in 2025 they have brought them down to 165 gram size. So it used to be $4.65, it's gone up to $6, the price increase of 29%, but you've also lost 5% of the volume. So that is shrinkflation. Now we're looking at the Vittoria Espresso coffee beans, 1 kilo size. In 2020, the RRP was $28. In 2025, you're looking at $56, so it has doubled quite literally. Morning Fresh dishwashing liquid, 400ml. In 2020, the RRP was $4.30. In 2025, you're looking at $6, so a 40% price increase. Then we've got the Supercoat dry dog food, 2.6 kilos, so it is noted it used to be a 3 kilo. So in 2020, when it was a 3 kilo, it was $15.50. In 2025, when it's come down to a 2.6 kilo, it's now $18, so a price increase of 16%, but you've lost 15% of the volume through shrinkflation. Schmacko's dog treats, one of the favorites, 200 gram straps. In 2020, you're looking at $6. In 2025, $8, a 33% price increase. So next we've got the Tassie smoked salmon in the 100 gram size. In 2020, the RRP was $7.50. In 2025, you're looking at $11.50, a price increase of 53%. Then you have the Cadbury 12 share packs of 12 in 2020, $4.60. In 2025, you're looking at $7, so a 52% price increase. Then we have the Dare Ice Coffee, 500ml. In 2020, $3.35. In 2025, $4.25, so a 27% increase. You got the Yoplait Kids yogurt in the 70 gram size. In 2020 was 90 cents. In 2025, you're looking at $1.20, so 33% price increase. Next up, we have the Australian lamb loin chops per kilo price. So in 2020, you were looking at $27. In 2025, you're looking at $33, so a price increase of 22%. Then we had the premium boneless leg ham per kilo price again. In 2020, it was $27. In 2025, you're looking at $34, so a price increase of 26%. Then we had Kellogg's cornflakes in the 725 gram size. In 2020, you're looking at $4.50. In 2025, you're looking at $6. So a price increase of 33%. Then we have the Kellogg's Cocoa Pops in the 375 gram size. In 2020, it was $5.40. In 2025, you're looking at $7.50. So a price increase of 39%. And on this last slide, we're looking at the Gatorade 600ml size. So in 2020, you're looking at an RRP of $3.50. In 2025, you're looking at $4.20, so a price increase of 20%. Then we have the Monster Energy drink, 500ml. I'm guilty of drinking these. In 2020, an RRP of $3.50. In 2025, you're looking at $4.30, so a price increase of 23%. Then we have the Brute deodorant. So it is noted this is a 212ml size, and it used to be a 245ml size. So in 2020, it was $6.30. In 2025, you're looking at $7.50. So a price increase of 19%, but you've lost about 15% volume through shrinkflation. Then we have the Red Bull 250ml 4-packs. So in 2020, you're looking at $10.20. In 2025, you're looking at $12.50, a price increase of 23%. So after all that, I decided to calculate the cost of ordering one of each item listed and comparing 2020 to today. And as you can see, in 2020, the total was $216.60. The total today, November 17th, 2025, is $307.65, a total increase of 42%. Now, obviously, the list goes on, and if you'd like to do some comparisons of your own, you can find the link to the April 2020 Coles catalogue in the description down below. But what's the lesson here? You need to be aware of the compounding impact of these inflation numbers that were presented in the media. And based on the cumulative effect, we would expect that the overall inflation in the Australian economy since 2020 should be around 20%, meaning on average, everything is increased by about 20%. But what do you think? Does that sound about right? Higher? Lower? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're liking the content, hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll be back with more soon.